the dream of peace.
New Thought music is, I'm really passionate about New Thought music. It's empowering music for everyone, for every spiritual path, for every country. You know, even if you don't speak the language, music can speak to your heart.
Remembering the past, together we can co-create a vision that will last.
So my dream would be for there to be a burst, just a burst of this New Thought, empowering, fabulous music that you listen to in your congregations or on Sunday morning.
Presence holds the key to a world that is more loving as we share the dream of peace.
The song will sing in your heart, but you'll remember the feeling that the music gave you.
The dream of peace.
I grew up in the Midwest, and I had a charmed childhood. I had a grandfather who was an old vaudeville musician, and he's the one that encouraged me to learn to play piano and organ. I played organ first. We played duets all through my childhood. I can remember performing the old songs like Whispering and Angry, you know, with my grandfather. And then they're the ones that had the willow tree that was our castle. And then my other grandmother had a farm, and we would dress up in her long dresses and sing in the dark, my sister and I. And my parents were incredibly nurturing of my music. Lots of music lessons. They never missed a performance. You know, even when I started playing in clubs or whatever, they came out to see me. It was never like, oh no, you want to be a musician. It was always like, what a great gift. Follow your heart. Music is wonderful.
Let's go out to our castle. You know, it's time to save the world. Before Mom calls us in for dinner, my sis and I, we were the everything girls.
I wrote a song recently about my childhood, growing up with my sister, and we were the everything girls. We were superheroes. And our castle was a willow tree.
To name those funny creatures floating by in the fluffy white clouds.
In the song, I talk about describing animals in clouds. Do you remember doing that when you were a kid, laying like on the ground?
Chasing a big bear. Can we stay out a little longer? There's magic in the air. We could do anything. We were the everything girls. Laugh away the
When I sang the song, many people came up to me and said how it had reminded them of a piece of their childhood that they had forgotten. You know, it's a heart connection, and I was very, very touched.
We are the everything girls.
I wrote A House Built on Love for my first CD. I didn't, really plan to become a songwriter. I've always played instruments, and one day I just thought, well, I'm going to try writing a song, and that was the first song that I wrote, A House Built on Love, and we've since used it to rebuild our church after a fire, and it's like the focal point. We sing it every week. It's the heart center, the website, the name of our church, the logo of our church, and I find that that other churches also feel, what a great place to have a feeling of connectedness and a feeling of being attached at the heart and connected at the heart, as in spiritual centers. And when I wrote the song, I did not. I was writing about my connection with my spiritual center, and then I find that other places, which is great, other places feel the same connection, and they're using my song.
I'm a thinker who thinks the thought, the change changes things that shape my life. I'm the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life.
A lot of my music is autobiographical. Probably most of my music reflects where I think or where I feel myself to be on my path, and things that happened to me as childhood, or trying to recapture that feeling of childhood that sometimes there's some mornings where you think has went away, and you're wondering, like, how did I get here?
I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined.
I would describe myself as a visionary, and I like to help empower people and bring their music out, help them find their music and that space within them.
Thought I have the power to change my life. I'm the thinker who thinks.
One of the coolest things that I did a couple years ago, I was in a concert. It was my first concert, and the posters said, "The Thinker is coming," and they were everywhere in the church.
To change my life. I have the power to change my life.
I think that's hilarious. I love that. The Thinker is coming.